The man was suddenly awakened by licking. He took off his eye mask. In an instant, he was stunned. He found himself trapped on a cliff thousands of meters high, with a bottomless abyss below. He looked up and saw that his parachute was tangled in a dead tree, barely saving his life, but the entire wall was smooth, made of salt mine. How could he possibly climb up? The man thought of a solution. He quickly drew his dagger, and precisely inserted it into his shoe. Then, he pulled out 2 more daggers, and forcefully drove them into the salt mine. He put all his strength into it, climbing up desperately, just wanting to escape this hellish predicament. However, after climbing only 2 meters, the fragile daggers broke apart. The man lost his support, and instantly plummeted down. Luckily, the parachute was still caught in the tree branches above. Before he could relax, the dead tree couldn't bear the weight, and began to slowly crack. The man suddenly turned around, twisted the parachute ropes together, quickly drew his dagger, and frantically cut at the rope. Finally, just as the branches were about to snap, he successfully severed the rope. In the last second before the branches fell, he narrowly avoided disaster. At this point, his left foot was on the bare salt mine, his hands struggling to hold onto the cliff face. Just when he was on the brink of despair, the man spotted a goat above him, licking the salt from the mine. This sight sparked a glimmer of hope in his heart. Ignoring everything else, he decided to mimic the goat. With a sudden push, he placed his hands between the cliff faces. Below him was the bottomless abyss, and the scene made his scalp tingle. If he lost his footing, he would be shattered to pieces, but there was no way back. He had no choice but to imitate the goat's movements, carefully using both hands and feet to move upward on the cliff. After a long, arduous climb, he finally reached a protruding part of